Hello, Social Dragoons. My name is Alex, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen. In today's video, we're going to be taking on the Vermillion City Gym, home of Lieutenant Surge. If for some reason you manage to hear some kind of thumping sound in the background, that's because it's kind of raining in my part of the world right now, and, well, I mean, let's just say that we needed it. In the last video, we managed to get the cut HM from the captain of the SSN. Now, just to reiterate, HMs are permanent moves that are needed to solve puzzles or travel around the region. Now, the ones that are needed to solve puzzles are not very good, at least from my experience, like Cut, for example. It's just a normal type move that's not really powerful and isn't even worth teaching. So, yeah, would not recommend it. But, anyway, we need it in order to get into Surge's gym, so you at least need one party member that has it. And just don't teach it to your starter, please, because you're going to have to wait so long just to get to the move deleters so you can actually get something that's even worth something. So, you know. Well, let's talk about the Vermillion City Gym for a bit. This gym mainly uses electric types, which is pretty self-explanatory because of the double Pikachu fest that happens right now. And just because you have a ground type move does not, well, bleh. Just because you have a ground type Pokemon does not mean you are immune to being paralyzed. This happened, I think, in this next battle here, but Kratos here was paralyzed at one point, so I had to go back to the Pokemon Center and heal him up. Also to boost up Dig's PP. So you know, not bring my water with me. Crap. Anyway. But yeah, you're mainly going to be seeing Pikachus, Voltorbs, and see, there it is. There it is. Like I hate that. I'm a ground type. I should be immune to electric abilities and stuff like that. Like why is static applying here? But I don't know. Oh, man, we also. Okay, so this guy has a Voltorb. These things are pretty fast. In fact, I think they're some of the fastest Pokemon in Kanto. But in terms of strength and power and whatnot, they're not very good. So, again, like one Thrash with no stab, it just gets rid of them. Oh, and we also get Magnemite back again. But yeah, there's only 3 trainers in this gym. But this gym can be a pain in the ass because of its puzzle. So, I'm pretty sure that you've noticed those cylinders that have been scattered around the room, right? Well, those are trash cans, and they contain a switch. Well, they could have a switch, right? But if you get the wrong one, the lock will reset. So it's a game of luck, like but it should be an adjacent bin. But just sorry. But yeah, this whole thing can take a while just to figure out the right combo because the switches are randomized. So it can be a... So yeah, this is probably one of the most annoying gyms by far, though I would somewhat argue that Sabrina's gym is a little worse. But we'll we'll we'll, we'll talk about Sabrina when we get to her, which won't be for a little while. But now that that's done, we can finally take on Surge. Now, a ground type is definitely going to be your very best friend in this fight, and if you don't have any other Nidos, Onyx from Mount... actually, I don't think Onyx is in Mount Moon. I know Geodude is, but if you don't have a ground type by now, you can get one in a cave not far from Vermillion. But, yeah, a ground type will definitely help out in this fight because their powerful moves will not affect you. So they'll have to rely on their other moves. The Voltorb is a bit of a non-issue, and but Pikachu can start to be a problem because it has, well, not only quick attack, but I believe it has double team. I know his Nexmon does, but it also has the static ability too. Though there is a oh yeah, and he also has a full heals, which I get rid of status conditions. But I mean, these Pokemon are still pretty weak, so you can get there almost no problem. But now we have his ace, Raichu, which we will get, actually, because duh. Now, Raichu is probably the second... Well, he's one of the best electric types in the game that is not Zapdos. He's not quite as fast as Jolteon, but he does have his own advantages that Jolteon doesn't. Like, for example, naturally having the move Thunderbolt in his kit, as well as being able to learn moves like Brick Break and Return, for example. Now, in the Gen 1 games, I believe Surge would give you Thunderbolt, but here it's changed to Shockwave. Now, Shockwave is actually not that bad of an electric attack because its base power is 60, so it is fairly respectable, but it never misses. So think of it as like an electric version of Aerial Ace. So yeah. So now we're heading into the Diglett Cave. Now, this is where you can get Diglett or its evolved form, Dugtrio. Basically, these things are very fast, fairly strong, and they can help a lot during... Well, I think they're the only Pokemon in this game that can learn Dig naturally, along with Magnitude and the move Earthquake, though I don't really know for sure. Now, I came through the cave so that way I can get a few things for later. I just thought there was some items right there, but that house, I believe, has a trade evolution. Well, not a trade evolution, but if you trade... Oh, yeah. If you trade in Abra, you'll get a Mr. Mime. So... yeah. You can have access to a maybe decent Psychic type, but I don't know. I never used Mr. Mime before. But anyway, thanks to this guy, though, we can get HM05, which is Flash. Though you need to have caught at least like 10 species of Pokemon, which includes evos. So, just though I would say it is the only time that you should actually try to worry about that. So, stupid phone. Anyway, so we're gonna be using that in the next video to get through Dark Cave. That will be a mandatory place that we'll have to go through so we can progress just a little bit. I'm running out of words to say. Okay, it's still fairly early for me, but I did also come back here to this guy because he is a move tutor. Basically, they will teach you one move once. And in this case, it is Dream Eater, a very powerful Psychic type attack, which I'll be teaching to Zeno, which is very appropriate. Because this Pokemon line actually works on sleep, sleep confusions, things like that, right? It's based on a Japanese mythological creature called the I forget what it was called, but I know it started with a B. It was a tapir thing that like ate dreams or something like that. Yeah, that's what Drowsy and its evolution are based on. But yeah, anyway, so you don't have to use you don't necessarily have to go back through the cave in order to... Well, okay, sorry about that. So, a Diglett Cave acts as a shortcut between Vermillion City and Pewter City. But you don't have to go through a Pewter City, through Mount Moon, just to get back to Celadon. Or not Celadon, Cerulean, right? Oh, and also I just missed the bike shop, so I'm not gonna be getting one for a little bit. Oh, and hey, aerial ace. Now, if we had a bird, we could definitely teach it that, but we don't yet. So, here I was just looking at. Oh no, right. Zeno got paralyzed here. That's right. But I did decide to keep this match in so I can properly show off some of Zeno's stuff. Because he is a Psychic type, right? So we can take care of fighting types like almost no problem. And we got a good hit with Hypnosis there, which means it's time for Dream Eater. Now, Dream Eater only works when your Pokemon is asleep. The problem is that moves like Hypnosis are not very accurate. And this is where Butterfree has an edge thanks to its Compound Eyes ability. But Zeno has Stab, which is same type attack bonus, meaning that the damage that it does is boosted because it's the same type as the attack. If that makes any sense. So yeah. Anyway, Onyx fell to 2 confusions because its only real good stat is its physical defense, not special. But we actually are almost able to evolve Zeno, so that is a very good thing indeed. And yeah, you can feel free to judge me in the comments all you want for this one. I don't care. I literally do not care. Really starting to wish I'm a water right now. Crap. Well, Anyway, once we get through this, route, we will, call it apart there. Because, like, we got one of the most important things for the video out of the way. But hey, we're finally seeing Beedrill, though I would never use it in this generation because Bug is not very good. Well, okay. So, the amount of bugs that are good are very few and far between. And the only good bug move in this game, which is Mega Horn, none of the bugs in the base game can learn it. You can get one of my favorite Pokemon, Heracross, in the post game, and he can learn it, but you can't do that for the base game. So, yeah. Really the only good bugs for battle are Pinsir and Scyther, though I believe those are still version exclusives. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Ugh. Anyway, really, I would say that Butterfree is the only good one due to due to catching purposes, but even then, it's not exactly the best. You know what I mean? But, I mean, oh, right. I also kept in this particular trainer because because it has a mon that we haven't seen before. At least, not for this playthrough. And no, it's not Caterpie, although it should be well into its Butterfree stage by now, because, holy crap, it's level 20 right now. What the hell? And I think next is Beedrill, or not Beedrill, Weedle. Yes. They will more than likely have they'll likely have both. I gotta remember that. They'll likely have both. But yeah, just simple embers, because that's all the fire we got right now. We will be learning flamethrower soon-ish. That'll be when we take on the 4th gym, but we'll get to that later. But for now, we got Venonat, which is another bug poison. The funny thing about Venonat, it evolves into Venomoth, which some people have like, they've made a whole thing about this, right? Like, so Venonat's eyes look a lot like Butterfree's, right? And Caterpie and Metapod's eyes look like Venomoth's. So this has led people to think that maybe Game Freak got something confused when they designed those mons. But I mean, like, can't we just like have something that's a little bit different? I mean, like, it's a gnat going into a moth, right? Like, okay, just, it's not the end of the world here. But I did keep in this particular fight because this is the fight where Xeno will evolve. Or not Xeno, Zeno. Sorry. Still freaking early for me. But yeah, he mainly has Geodudes, which are weak specially. Like, generally speaking, the rock type has good physical defense, but is outclassed by steel. But steel is very few and far between, and didn't really have any good uses until Generation 6, I believe, where the fairy type was introduced, and there was some kind of a utility in using it. At least I think. Which was also the same reason for poison, though granted for poison you had moves like a toxic, which dealt a crap ton of chip damage if you let it go for long enough, and also the poison point ability, assuming the move was physical. But anyway, so yeah, we did not have Zeno for very long, but he is evolving, and that's because I like to level grind off screen, so that way you guys don't have to see me struggle a little bit. If I know I can do it, I can do it. But anyway, now we got Hypno, which is our second fully evolved member of the team. And actually, Hypno does a lot better than from my experience. I think people have been kind of sleeping on Hypno. No pun intended, but I think Hypno is a bit underrated. Yeah, you do need to work around its admittedly lacking move pool, but for what it is, it's still pretty powerful if you do the proper level grinding and whatnot. Plus the Dream Eater Hypnosis strat is a bit of a gamble because the move doesn't always want to work, but the payoff is pretty good because Dream Eater can actually heal you if you manage to put the Pokemon to sleep and actually use it. So, yeah, there you go. Though I'm sure we'll see more of a Zeno shine as the game goes on, but for now, I think it's about time to call it. In the next video, we're going to be heading through Dark Tunnel and possibly doing, what was it? Damn it, names are escaping me. Well, Lavender Town, that's what it was called. Sorry, just a name came to me and I was like, it was this. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it though, and I'm gonna try to wake up. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every little click helps out a lot more than you think. Until next time, Associate Dragoons, remember, reach for the stars.